Thank you to all my channel members, including my fan appreciation level members and my contributor level members, for helping support the YouTube channel. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have a video talking about 10 series that I hope to start reading in 2026. It's a little bit early for this type of video, but I know people who've posted earlier for this type of video, and I don't know if I always do this every year, but I wanted to do one this year. I really am hoping to start a lot of these, but I want to add the disclaimer that there's a high chance I may not get to these because I have hundreds and hundreds of books on my shelves to read. So if I don't get to any of these, I'll just note that that was possible going in. And there's also new series that might pop up that I might find out about and read the whole series next year, and it's not even one of the ones on this list. So we'll see how that will work. But these are 10 book series that I have either at least one book on my shelves, but sometimes in case the whole series or many books in the series, and I hope to start reading them next year. I don't know how many of them I'd finish, but I hope to start them. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one, which is a fantasy series, and that is the Deryni series by Katherine Kurtz. I think this is broken up into trilogies and duologies and stuff like that, and that makes it easy because I could just start off with just a trilogy. These books are not too long, but they're epic fantasy. There's three reasons I want to read this book or series. One, first, because it has amazing Daryl K. Sweet cover art. Daryl K. Sweet is my favorite cover artist. Second reason I'm excited to read these is because I've heard that they kind of have a lot of British history infused into them, which I love when books do that. And then the third reason is that Brian Lee Durfee, who I love his channel, really recommends this series. He said it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited to read this series. One of the books in this series has my favorite cover art of all time, so I'm hoping to get to that one soon because I really want to read the book that has my favorite cover art. The second series I plan to read or hope to read in 2026 is another fantasy series, the Dragon Crown War Cycle by Michael Stackpole. This is considered like a prequel book. It's like this book, and then there's 3 novels in the series, but this one came out first, so I'm probably going to start with this, although I've seen that you could start with whatever. But I'm very excited to read this. This one I'm excited for because Michael Stackpole is one of my favorite fantasy authors. Everybody knows him for Star Wars. He's a great Star Wars novelist. But his original fantasy works, like Once a Hero, like Talion Revenant, like Eyes of Silver, were all amazing, and I'm really excited and hopeful that this series is good. And I own the whole series, so I plan to start it, at least maybe even read the whole thing in 2026. And if it's anything like its other standalones, I will love it, and so I'm really excited to read that. I don't even know really what it's about, but it's epic fantasy, and Mike Stackpole, I trust him enough for that. The third series on my list is, I've read books in this universe, but I haven't read the official series yet. And that is the Black Tide Rising series by John Ringo. The first book is Under a Graveyard Sky. I read a standalone from this universe, which was Mountain of Fire last year. It was amazing. I loved it. One of my favorite new releases of the year. And Under a Graveyard Sky is the first official book in the series. I was told I could read that standalone without having read the other books, and I could, but I've been told that the series is one of Ringo's best, and also one of his few, actually, like, the main series is completed. And, I really enjoyed the Troy Rising trilogy. It's not a favorite, but I really enjoyed that trilogy. I tried to read Ghost, and oh, John Ringo, no. Not with that one. So hopefully this one is more like hopefully more like the former series that I talked about. But yeah, I'm really excited to read Under a Graveyard Sky. So that's the third series I plan to read. The fourth series, I don't know if it's science fiction, alternate history, time travel. Like it's kind of got all those elements in there, and that's S.M. Stirling's new series. It starts with To Turn the Tide. I wonder what the series is officially called. To Make the Darkness Light is the name of the series. The first 2 books are out. I think the third book will probably come out next year. Not many people on BookTube talk about this series, but I heard the pitch from S.M. Stirling and the people at Baen, and I love that pitch. And I really like this cover and the cover of the sequel. So I'm hoping to read this book soon. And if I like it, maybe I'll have that Roman Empire itch. That's what I've been told is this is, if you think about the Roman Empire, you'll like this. The genre that I have the most series to read, though, this to start, I should say, not series I'm in the middle of or something, that's a totally different video, but most series to start is actually science fiction. So I have 4 science fiction series to start in 2026 that I'm really, really hopeful to start. And there may be more that I start and more that I continue, but this is what I'm hoping to start. And one of them is the Memory of Earth series, also known as the Homecoming series by Orson Scott Card. I've been told that this is Orson Scott Card's kind of take on the Book of Mormon. And that's just really fascinating. He says a science fiction version of the Book of Mormon, which I just find really, really fascinating. The books are not too long. They have tremendous cover art. I love the cover art on the whole series. And it's a 5-book series. I have books 1 through 4. I'm looking for book 5. I'll get it. And if I like this series, I'll read it. And hopefully I'll enjoy it. So that has a nice cover. I'm really, really excited to read that series. Another author that I read a lot of his books, and he has a very good hit ratio, is Kevin J. Anderson, and this is his Saga of Shadows. I read the Saga of the Seven Sons that he put out a couple years ago. I think I read it in 2022, and I loved it. And I've actually had this series even longer, because when he came in 2019 to visit my small town, I went to the signing, and I picked up this trilogy, not really getting that it was set after the Saga of the Seven Sons. So I started it and read the first 100 pages of book 1 and was like, I should probably wait till I read the previous series. But now that I have, it's been sitting on my shelves. I have so many Kevin J. Anderson books to get to that I really want to. And so this one's calling to me. And it's a trilogy. They're long books, but it's a trilogy. And even Kevin's long books read really quickly. So I'm hopeful I can read this series and enjoy it, because he writes a lot of fun books. Another long book, big series is a David Weber series, but not the Honor Harrington series, which I'm in the middle of. No, this is his Tor series, the Safehold series, starting with Off Armageddon Reef. I've been told this is science fiction with the trappings of fantasy. It's a science fiction series, but there's a lot of fantastical elements to it, and I think that sounds like my jam. And I think David Weber's a really entertaining writer, although boy, he has some long books. And this is a long series, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm fairly confident I won't be able to read the whole series next year, but I'm hopeful it will at least start it. Probably the most popular series of the entire list, and the series that everyone's asking for, and the series I wanted to start this year, but I had stuff happen in the middle that just kept me from getting to it, and that is the Sun Eater series by Christopher Rocchio. The 7th and final book in the series comes out this year. He starts a brand new series next year. Hopefully I'll get on the ground floor of that series. But I'm hopeful to read this series next year. I might even start it at the end of this year, but we'll see what happens. But I have the first 2 books and the 6th book, so I only have 4 other books in the series to get. Everybody loves Christopher Rocchio right now. He is like the it author. Like, I believe that his I was talking with someone about this recently. I believe that Shadows Upon Time is going to be the book release of the year for genre, for sci-fi fantasy. That's the book release of the year, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy it when I get to it. But I need to start the series, so this is book 1, and hopefully I'll get to it. I've been heard it's kind of heavy stuff, heavy reading, so I don't know how I'll feel about it. And everyone else is reading it, so it's not like I need to get to this series review-wise, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it. The last 2 series I have are both Star Wars series, and for people who have been following my channel, my goal has been and continues to be to 100% the adult expanded universe novels by the end of 2025, by December. And I am so far right on track. I'm right on track with where I need to be for that. So the question is, what am I going to do for Star Wars next year? Obviously, there's new releases for Star Wars, and I'll continue to read those and review those. But for fans of the EU, I want to keep putting out stuff, and also because I'm a big fan of the EU, and I want to keep reading that stuff, and I considered just doing a reread. But I feel like I want to let the EU gestate for a couple of years before I reread the adult books. So I thought, why not start some of the kids' books? They're really short, so I can still read Star Wars books, but I can dedicate the bulk of my reading time to other series. So I have two series I plan to start next year. One of which is the Boba Fett miniseries that they did. This was a 6-book miniseries, 2 books by Terry Bisson, and 4 books by, I can't remember the other author's name. I'm sorry, but it is a 6-book series, and I own all 6 books in this kind of paperback format. And they're really short; they're like 100 pages, 150 pages, and I think that these will be quick, one-sitting reads. I'll breeze through each of them, and I'm really hoping that I will enjoy this series, and I'm hoping that it will kind of keep that Star Wars feeling going. And so this will be the first 6 books for Star Wars that I'll read in 2026. And then there's another series that I'm even more excited to read, which is the Jedi Apprentice series. And that is, I think it's like 18 or 19 books plus special edition books that also came out. So it's like 21 books in this series. The first book was written by Dave Wolverton, but all the rest of the books in the series were written by Jude Watson, who wrote like a bajillion Star Wars books. I'm really excited. I actually read like a handful of these when I was like 7 years old. They had them at my school library and I picked them up. I don't remember much about them. I remember a couple of them, but not a lot. So I'm excited. I'm even more excited to read the Jedi Apprentice series than I am the Boba Fett series, because I've heard the Boba Fett's just okay, but the Jedi Apprentice is better. But the reason I'm starting with Book of Boba Fett is I still have several books in the Jedi Apprentice series left to collect. Not all of them. I have about 2/3 of them, but I have enough, and I'm not like buying them online. I'm buying them in used bookstores as I find them. So until I have this series, I'm working on the Boba Fett books first. But I'm only like, I think 5 or 6 books left to collect, so it's not too much longer. So I will have it eventually. So those are the 10 book series that I hope to start in 2026. And as I said, there could be 10 more that by the end of this year, I'm like, no, I want to do these instead. Or in addition, I don't know how my reading is going to go. I could slow down, I could speed up. This year, I started the year amazingly fast and slowed down and then sped up and then slowed down. So we don't know how it's going to go, but hopefully it'll go well. So of all these series, which ones are you most interested in me reading? And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.